welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a meal prep video. I'm going to be meal prepping for the week, but I'm also going to be doing freezer meals, which you guys know I've recently started prepping freezer meals and I have fallen in love with that concept. I think it is amazing because you're not doing any cooking right now. You're just putting together the ingredients in your fridge, sticking them in the freezer, and then you make it on the day of. Either throw it in the crock pot, Instant Pot, oven. It is so time saving and I love it. I just think it's amazing. So, which brings me to the fact that this video is sponsored by FREEZERFIT Meals. So yay, I'm so excited that they reached out again to collaborate with me. So if you don't know what FREEZERFIT is they're basically a website that has taken out all of the guesswork. All of the hard stuff is already done. They have come up with recipes for so many different things. Any diet that you're looking for, whether it be keto, whether it be gluten-free, whether you're paleo, vegetarian, they have all of those options there. Then you can break it down into the type of cuisine you're looking for. Do you want American or do you want Italian? Those things are in there as well. If you want desserts, side dishes, all of that is there. When you go into the recipe, they also then break it down further. Are you cooking for 2 people, 4 people, 6 people? However many people you're cooking for, you can select that and they will adjust the recipe to exactly what you need. It is absolutely amazing. I'm in love with it. And also, one more thing is they do all the macros for you. So you don't have to sit there and calculate how many carbs you're gonna be having. There's the dogs playing as usual. Sorry about that. Hold on. Ralphie's favorite toy. So they take all of the guesswork out of it for you. So the exciting news is that FREEZERFIT has actually offered something free to my subscribers. If you sign up using the link below, you will sign up for their cooking class and you will watch the cooking show, and at the very end of it, you will get a free cookbook emailed to you. And there's, I guess, like 10 to 12 recipes in that cookbook. It's amazing. And they're all freezer meals, so you can then have your own start to trying the freezer meal planning that we do. So make sure you do it down below. Those of you that have tried it from my last video, let me know down below what you thought about it and what you thought about the cookbook, because I love mine. I have actually put it together, printed it out, put it on some little discs so I have it handy, and I actually love it. So make sure you go check them out. I have the link down below. Thanks again, FREEZERFIT, for sponsoring this video. So excited to be working with you again. I will be preparing the freezer meals today, and then in upcoming videos, I'm also gonna show you some of these as we make them. So also comment down below at the end of this and let me know which one of these 4 freezer meals you're most interested in seeing what we think about it. So as always, I start a list of things that I want to get accomplished today when I'm meal prepping. And the first thing is the freezer meals for sure. I'm going to be making a sheet pan garlic butter shrimp. That has got to be probably one of the easiest ones that I'm doing today. I can't wait to show you. Creamy garlic pork chops, keto chicken tenders, and a keto jalapeno chicken casserole. I just know that's got a lot of cheese in it. I can't wait. And then after the freezer meals, I'm going to be just frying up a little bit of bacon that we have, so we have it for the week. We found some pork belly at Walmart yesterday. If you haven't seen my grocery haul, I'll make sure I put it up there for you, but that was amazing. I always find it at Costco and nowhere else, and I found it, or my daughter Jessica actually saw it at Walmart yesterday, so it was the last package. We grabbed it. I've also got some sugar cookies that I got in one of my keto crate boxes. It's a sugar cookie mix. I thought maybe I would go ahead and make those because I've had them forever. We've got more people in the house right now, so let's go ahead and make those. And then I'm thinking about making a pizza pull-apart bread. I don't know if I will get to that. It just depends on how everything else goes, but there's my list. Let's get started. Okay, we're back. And the first one we're gonna make is the sheet pan garlic butter shrimp. And it sounds so good and so easy. So the ingredients real quick are just some black pepper. You want some salt. You need some minced garlic. You need some shrimp, and they actually do tell you specifics, like they don't want it cooked, you want raw shrimp, and then some asparagus. I've got 2 bundles of it I'm going to cut up here in a minute, and then you also need some butter that's already melted. And that's pretty much it. So I'm using a different angle to film this time. So I'm hoping that this works out for you guys to see everything. You want to get your freezer bag, and then I'm just, like I said, I need those little green things that hold your plastic bag so you can make freezer meals. I don't have that yet, and that's okay. So basically it just says label your bag, put a date on it, because you want to know how long it's been in the freezer. Most of these I think are good for about like 3 months, 90 days, which is nice. And that's what's so great about making these right now, is this is a busy time of year for all of us. If you spend like one day coming up the beginning of December and do some freezer meals, then when you're super busy, you're gonna be able to get all of this done. You know, like just pull something out of the freezer and throw it in the crock pot or throw it in the oven. It's just gonna be super nice. Let me get my knife, I did forget. So yeah, that's what I love about it. Trimmed and cut into thirds. So there's so little prep needed for this. It said to put 3 bunches of asparagus in it. I'm only doing 2 because Andy and I alone will eat like 1 bunch ourselves, and then we've also, you know, we're at Chase and our daughter Jessica and Chase's house. So they're eating with us, of course, and they'll probably have 1 bundle themselves. So I don't think we really needed the 3, but. And I'm just kind of making do. I'm getting used to this new little setup I've got here. But I've never made a sheet pan meal before, and I've seen them and I think they're great, but I've just never actually done it myself. Do you guys do sheet pan meals? And if so, like, what's your favorite one? I like this one because it sounds very light and airy and just fresh. We need 2 lemons sliced. This is fits a lot in here too. So hopefully this bag will close. So we gotta slice up some lemons, throw them in there. Okay, there's 1. I'm very excited about this one though, because I love lemons too and love shrimp. We like asparagus. And we actually like it when it's in the oven like that too. That's our favorite way to have it. Kind of crisp it up a little bit. And we all know how fast shrimp cooks, so this won't take any time at all to cook up. I guess I'll put the ends in there too. The more the merrier, right? And 2 tablespoons of the garlic. This is gonna be interesting to close. Do you see how stuffed this is? All right, so we need 2 tablespoons of the minced garlic. You could use fresh. I like to use the already chopped up. I just find it's easier. I'm gonna throw the butter in. And a 1/2 cup of butter is a whole stick. Can you believe that? It's a lot of butter, but butter makes everything a little bit better, right? Then we need a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. So I'm just going to grind some salt and then put some pepper in there too. Just do a guess. And that's it. First freezer meal is done. Look at that. That looks delicious. Now I'm just gonna kind of shake it down a little bit. I'll be able to get it closed. If anything, I think the butter actually helped soften some of that up a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit challenging, but I think we can do it. Come on. All right, and there you go. There's my freezer meal. I'm gonna stick this in the freezer. One's already done. It's been 5 minutes, look at that. All right, let me get the next one ready. All right, we're back. And the next one that we're gonna make, another super easy one, creamy garlic pork chops. So what goes in this one is, you want boneless pork chops. We need some more garlic, some dried thyme, which I have here, extra virgin olive oil, which I've got my big one that I just got from Costco before we moved. Some diced onion, which I think this will be something that we can pick out for Andy, because you know he doesn't like the onions. Vegetable broth, and some dry white wine. I don't have either one of those, so I did a search for something you can replace white wine with, and it said just broth. So we're using the chicken broth. That's what I have in here. It's not gonna make a big difference. We're not vegetarian or anything, so we're gonna use, instead of just a half a cup of this, I'm gonna put a whole cup of it. I don't think it'll make a difference. It does say 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, something else I didn't have, so I'm gonna put the xanthan gum in there. This is my xanthan gum, and that's basically just gonna, I think it's for thickening anyways. Salt, pepper, and then a block of cream cheese. We're not putting the cream cheese in until the end though, so I don't have that here, but I do have it in my fridge. So let's put it all together. Look at how easy this is. And if you've been watching for a while, the reason I'm excited that there's no cooking involved in this is Ralphie, our dog, does not like when we're cooking in the kitchen. There is something with the smell of the onion, of the oven, or even the stove, that as soon as I turn it on, he smells, like you can see his little nose going, and he runs in the other room and goes and hides under our bed until we're done. So this is kind of nice because this means he's still out here with us, not so scared and nervous. I don't know if maybe like the smoke alarm went off once and he just put it together. You know how dogs are. And now it's like he's got PTSD. My mom said it's kind of funny, but also kind of sad because I don't really want him to be, you know, uncomfortable. I do a lot of cooking, so I'm in here a lot. But another great thing is once these are done, and when you do cook them, a lot of them go in the crock pot, and that's not something he is aware of, you know what I mean? So he's not really scared of the crock pot that I know of. Hopefully he's not. So we're just putting all of these ingredients in here. I can't wait. So the creamy part is obviously the, what do you call it? The cream cheese that we'll be putting in after the fact. Okay, so I need the oil. I went ahead and put the onions in there first because, can you guys see okay? Because I needed this. So we need a 1/4 cup. Oh, see, it's brand new. I haven't even opened it yet. Let me open this. Extra virgin olive oil. Put that in, and then you need a 1/2 cup of white wine, 1/2 cup of vegetable broth. So I have, like I said, I'm substituting chicken broth and using a whole cup. It's not gonna make much of a difference. And then for the thickener, we're gonna be using xanthan gum. Need 2 tablespoons of that. A little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And guess what, guys? We are already done with meal number 2. This one took less than the last one. I thought this one would be a little bit longer, but nope. Okay, so don't forget, a good tip is to write on your freezer bags what you're making and put the date on it so you know. And these bags that I bought more bags yesterday in my grocery haul, you saw that, but I ended up having some, I found them. These are from Aldi and they're actually very good and sturdy. But yeah, number 2 is done, and this one took me only 4 minutes. All right, so we are back, and I've kind of prepped everything ready for the next one. The next one we're making is keto chicken tenders. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for these. A little bit of a 2-part process in freezing these though, but you need your chicken tenders, of course. If you saw my grocery haul yesterday, I picked up some that were discounted. They're trying to get rid of them so they don't go bad. And this one was just a regular one, but you need some of those. You need some almond flour, some Parmesan cheese. Pretty much know that I'm gonna have salt and pepper and everything also. Need some smoked paprika, some garlic powder, and oregano leaves. And then you want some keto approved breadcrumbs. These are, I made these a long time ago, and you stick them in the freezer and they last forever. But they're pork rinds, with some Parmesan cheese. So I kind of got a double whammy of Parmesan cheese in here, but hey, the more cheese, the merrier, right? So the next thing that you do, I've kind of already prepped it all. Oh, and you need a couple of eggs to beat them as well. Speak hope. But you kind of want to get like a dredging tray or station set up. So I've got all my breadcrumb mixture, my spices, almond flour, all that stuff is in here. You've got your 2 eggs beaten, ready to go. And then we're just gonna basically coat these in the egg and then the breadcrumb mixture. We're gonna stick them on a cookie sheet. I've got one over here lined with parchment paper, and we're gonna stick those in the freezer for a couple of hours. I probably should have done this first, so it'd be done at the end. But once they get, well, let's see, how long do they sit in the freezer? I think it's just for like maybe 30 minutes or so, but it's just enough to where the coating sticks to it and you can put it in your bag, stick it in the freezer, and kind of adjust it to where it'll fit in your freezer best, laying flat, whatever works for you, right? So basically that's it. This one, you know, it took me maybe a few minutes just to get all the ingredients together and to prep them in the thing, but this one's not going to take much more than a few minutes also. So I don't know about you, but my kids, one of their favorite things growing up was chicken nuggets or chicken tenders. I'm just going to do a few in here at a time. And so I know that for sure Jessica is going to love this. Jordan, unfortunately, our youngest, is not unfortunately, but she's a vegetarian now, so she won't even try these. That's what's unfortunate. It's like she won't even try them, but that's okay. So yeah, we're just gonna get these dredged up, coated really nicely. But look at that, guys. If you have not tried, you know, looked into FreezerFit yet, I really hope that you do, because I'm only gonna tell you about things that I'm passionate about, you know, and freezer meals, literally, I love them. I mean, it really does a lot of the work for you. So you can see I'm trying my hardest not to touch this with my fingers, but I think I'm just gonna have to, because these tenderloins are very delicate too, I will say. And you know what? You could really make this however you want it. I like that there's some smoked paprika in there. Make it a little bit of a kick. Not much, but a little bit. But yeah, look at how easy this is. Huh. I'm very excited about the next one that we're gonna be making too. Again, don't forget, let me know down below, you know, after watching me put these together, which ones do you want to see in an upcoming video? Like, how do we like it? You know, maybe I'll do a what I eat in a day and it'll be our dinner for the day or something. Let me know which one. Usually I will post my dinners. I have been really bad about posting lately. As you know, I was really kind of just mentally and physically drained from everything that we've gone through in the last, you know, couple of months with packing and getting ready for this move and getting the move done, just the 2 of us. And I'm finally back, guys, motivated and ready to go. So yeah, be prepared. I've got some good videos planned and I'm excited. I want to definitely keep things going, and let me know what kind of videos are you interested in. Holiday stuff. We have one holiday one we're thinking of. I'm not sure, you know, we've got to try it out a few times first, and it's one that it's kind of, you can't mess it up, you know what I mean? And you'll know when you watch the video. But hoping that we can get that. We haven't started messing around with it yet, and I can't wait, because I think it's going to be a good one. It's a great something for the holiday. But yeah. All right, so I need to make some room over here. So after you coat them, yeah, we're just sticking them over here, and we're gonna stick this cookie sheet in the freezer and get them in there for a little bit so they can just thicken up just enough. We want the coating to stay on them when we put it in the Ziploc bag. So if they're in the freezer for a few minutes, you know, 30 minutes to an hour, that'll definitely help. Just kind of like, oh, it's frozen to the egg mixture, which is on the chicken, you know? So that makes perfect sense. I get it. But like I said, I should have read it and did it first. But I got other things to do today too. And I always show you everything at the end. So I'll definitely show you what this looks like after I get it out. So I got 2 more here. All right, I'm just gonna go in because we're using up some of it here. I can't wait for these. These are gonna be good. You could do a salad with this. You could do some cauliflower mash with it. Rice. I don't know why I said it like that. Rice. Okay, so let me show you what they look like since you can't really see that. But here they are. These chicken tenders are gonna go in the freezer for a little while just to harden up a little bit. I'll show you them at the end once they're in the freezer bag, okay? So yeah, this one took about 7 minutes. Not too bad. We're still doing pretty good. This is not taking too long at all. Okay, so I wanted to show you the chicken tenders. Now that they've been in there for a little while, and you can see they have frozen just enough to where, for the most part, the breading is staying on there. So we're just gonna put them all, this is perfect. That was only in there for about maybe half an hour. So we're gonna stick these in the freezer, and now this is a great thing. I mean, you don't even have to make them all at once. You could make a little bit at a time because they're already coated. So I'll show you what they look like after I get them all in here, but these look delicious. And you can see most of that breading is still on the chicken. There's not that much left here. So here we are. We've got the chicken tenders in their bag. We're gonna get all the air out that we can. Squeeze. Oh, this bag's not. There we go. Okay, and now these will go in the freezer with everything else. And let's move on to the next one. All right, guys, so we're on our last freezer meal for the day. This is number 4. This is the Keto Jalapeno Chicken Casserole. Oh my gosh, it sounds so good. This one, we're not gonna be putting in a Ziploc bag. She actually recommends to put it in an aluminum foil pan, but I don't have any of those. Once again, I didn't prepare, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in a casserole dish. It's gonna be fine. Nothing major at all about that. We're still gonna cover it up. It takes the same amount of space. We have a couple of those here, so if we need one, we still have one. So no big deal there, but you do need some bacon. I was prepping that just a few minutes ago. You want some rotisserie chicken, but of course you could use whatever you have. Technically, if you have leftover turkey, this would be a great thing to use for it also. We are almost out of our turkey already. You need a couple of tablespoons of some butter, jalapenos, of course, chopped up. I left some of the seeds because we do like a little bit of heat. You need some cream cheese. You need shredded cheese. Don't freak out. This is packaged. I know I never do packaged, but I had it. I got it for Thanksgiving because I figured it would be so much easier. So that's why I still have some left over. I'm using it up. Some cauliflower rice, a bunch of spices, which you'll see in a minute. And then it wants heavy cream, but all the stores have been out of it. I'm gonna use half and half. I think it'll be fine too. Oh, and a little bit of chicken broth as well. So basically, we're just mixing everything in a big bowl. So I'm gonna move some of this stuff out of the way here. Cream cheese, is this softened enough? I think I'm gonna put it in the oven or microwave for 30 seconds just to get it kind of softened up a little bit. Heavy cream, how much did we need of that? About a half a cup. Yeah. So all of this stuff, the chicken broth, I'll just mix it with the chicken broth. Cream cheese, heavy cream, all the spices. So it looks like you're kind of making your sauce first. Oh, that's done, so let's go get it. enough to make it a little easier to stir. I'm trying to do it in little pieces, so that'll help also. Do you guys ever really prep ahead and have your cream cheese out softened? I don't think I've ever done that. I always stick it in the microwave to get it where I need it. Oh, put the butter in there. And then now we need all of the spices. So what is it? It's mostly teaspoons. Where's my teaspoon? Okay. So a teaspoon of garlic, teaspoon of onion. So is this angle working out for you guys? Does that look okay? Let me know. I'm loving, my daughter's got this island here and I'm totally loving it. And I think that's working out. I mean, just let me know down below what you think. I want to make sure it's clear because I'm looking up at it right now to see it. I'm like, it looks good, but I'm sure I'll have my own opinion once I am watching it. A half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Well, this was about gone, so I think I'm just gonna use what's left of it. Oops, I think it was a little bit more. But I think we like smoked paprika, so a little bit of chili powder. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, right? And then salt and pepper. So yeah. And I just guess on these. Salt and pepper is kind of to taste. And then you can always add more right at the end to your own dish. So we're gonna combine this. It seems kind of weird that it's so liquidy. I'm not gonna worry about the cream cheese right now. I think we need to get all that other stuff in there to help get that mixed in, don't you think? I mean, yeah, but it'll be fine. It's always real life here, right? Then we're gonna add everything else, basically. So we're gonna add, it said large bowl. I thought this was a large bowl, but this is, getting down to the nitty-gritty. Okay. Ay, caramba. How many? You know what? I'm just gonna put one bag. It had a specific ounces in there and I'm just shy of it with one bag. So I'm just gonna do that one bag because I don't know. I gotta add the cheese too, but I'm gonna get started on mixing it here. So usually with the casserole, when you put the cauliflower rice in, that's gonna help bulk it up and everything. Instead of regular rice, right? And then you've got all these good flavors in here, so you're not even gonna taste it. It's not gonna taste like cauliflower. We all know. I don't want it to taste like cauliflower, personally. All right, so let's get that. Seems like the cream cheese is mixing pretty well, right? I see a little bit of chunks of it, but I think it'll be good. Once it's in the oven cooking too. So they say to put only some of the cheese now and some on top. We all know how that goes though. I usually like to add more. Anyways. That looks good, and I smell the pepperoni, goodness gracious, jalapenos. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm really not seeing any chunks of the, oh, there's a little one, chunks of the cream cheese. It seems like it's kind of melting in with all the flavors as I'm stirring it. So yeah, I think we're pretty good. Of course, once I dump it in the casserole dish, you'll see, right? It'll be all mixed up at the bottom, or bunched up at the bottom, right? All right, let me clean up just a little here. We're gonna move this out of the way because we're gonna put our casserole dish out. Oh my gosh, guys. I forgot one of the main things. Bacon. Were you looking at this and thinking something's missing, Hope? There's like something, just like a crunch or a color. Well, you would be correct. They weren't right. They weren't kidding when they said, get a large bowl. Okay. That looks much better, doesn't it? Like, that's funny. Like, I seriously, totally, wow, this looks really good though. It almost looks, I'm just making a huge mess. It almost looks like you could make a dip out of this, you know? I would maybe use canned chicken because that kind of dissolves more. I'm trying to clean up. You know, it'd be easier to like dip, but holy cow, this is looking really good. All right, I've got to spray it. So I've got my avocado oil spray here. We're just gonna make sure the pan is coated. And then here we go. Let's see how well I actually stirred it. Oh my gosh, this is gonna make a lot. Holy cow. I stirred it pretty well. Look at that. That's looking really good. And it smells spicy. Smoked paprika. Remember I dumped half the bottle thinking there was just a tiny bit. Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna flatten it out here, make sure it's even because it's gonna be going into the freezer. Okay. Almost done. Now we're gonna put the rest of the cheese on top. I'm very excited about this one. How about you guys? This looks like a major comfort food. Oh man. Okay. All right, there we go. You know what? That's a perfect amount of cheese. I think because it's that finely shredded, it looks like it's way more than I would normally do. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to wrap this in plastic wrap. I don't have it over here. I've gotta go get it. One thing, I did not prep again for that one. So you're gonna wrap it with the plastic wrap and you're gonna press down on it and make sure it's in all the grooves because you want all of the air out. Then you're going to put aluminum foil on top of that, and then I'll probably write what it is on top along with the date. You always want to make sure you date it. So yeah, that's the next one. This one took a little longer, and including my prep time, I had to cut the jalapenos, I had to get the chicken off the rotisserie, and I had to get the bacon cooked. But that's stuff that you could do when you come home from grocery shopping too and kind of prep that day. So it's all on how you like to do things. But yeah, let's get this one ready. All right, we are done meal prepping. I've got my 4 freezer meals ready to go. Let's go through everything. So I made that pork belly that I got in my grocery haul yesterday that I found at Walmart that I was so excited about. Let me know if you tried the pork belly. Let me know if it's at your Walmart also. I'm so excited that at least I know in between my Costco visits, I might be able to find it there. So made that. Then I've got my 4 freezer meals. We've got the keto chicken tenders. Those are gonna go in the freezer. We've got the keto, jalapeno chicken casserole. That looks so delicious. The creamy garlic pork chops. They aren't looking very creamy right now because we don't have the cream cheese in it, but that's something that we add the day of. And then the one I'm most excited about is the sheet pan garlic butter shrimp with the asparagus. That I can't wait to have either. So again, let me know which of these are you most interested in seeing what we think of it, or all of them? Let me know down below. And then last but not least, I made some cookies and they look kind of funny. Here's what they're supposed to look like. Yeah, they're the Good D's sugar-free cookie mix. They're 2 net carbs per serving. Pretty good for, you know, gluten-free and all of that as well. But it did say, I wanted to make them look pretty for you on a plate, but it did say, do not move them. Let them completely cool before you move them or they will break. You can see they're very delicate here. So they just came out of the oven. It said it makes 12, but I got 11 out of it. So I'm kind of excited about that. So yeah, that is everything that I made for this meal prep. I hope you like it. Hit the like button if you did. Make sure you go and check out FreezerFit meals. Click on the link down below and check out that cooking class. Get a free cookbook and just learn a little bit more about them. They're a great company. Like I said, this is the second time that they worked with me. Thank you again, FreezerFit, for sponsoring this video, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great one. Bye.